Going to have Alexi teeing up some flashes to try and get his teammates out through middle. And with Eternal Fire stacking heavy over towards B, this A split should have very little in its way. Just Woxic to get past over on that side of the map.
Don't be disrespecting Woxic like that. He's done it before. He can do it again. Or maybe not.
Not this time. He has been very classic with that P2K, though. This tournament in particular. Some crazy, crazy holds. But not this round. The other Eternal Fire members going to be having to doing that shooting. Good flash, but Bid's going to be able to deal with two. And things getting quite difficult. Major finding the double layer on the retake and pushing in from A main. They will be walking into a bit of an odd crossfire. Ima, lovely shot there from the cake, and it's Calix in a 1v3, but time against him, as well as, ooh, some sharp individuals from NAVI. Grabs that kit, and we'll just be sending it back to the safety of T-Spawn. That's going to be one on the board for NAVI. Solid way to kick off the festivities. It feels like it's been a couple of days since both these teams have played. They have 2 days off.
I think the reason why NAVI is maybe in the best T-side team in the world right now is their default is so good. Like, you see the information play come in, Ima is giving that information to Alexi, right? Okay, they just cleared outside B, but he didn't get punished. You can see slowly the reactions, putting more pressure towards A, right? They can't be strong everywhere at the same time.
Ooh, okay. Bit of extra damage coming through there. Alexi falls with some chunk damage onto Wakadia, who makes his way back and will dodge that HE. But in the 4v2, you can see Eternal Fire very much happy to play for the retake. Good damage. Calix denying that aggression from JL. And Wonderful has way too many to get past. Successful retake, and Eternal Fire will be able to take the first gun round.
The pace of the game, right? Sprinkle it in, so that keeps you on your toes, and you can't just save nades against them because you're not playing slow all the time, and can't just play to counter the default, let's say by double op, right? Because then an execute comes in, and that's Opper's worst nightmare.
Bid's going to try and get involved over on A. Usually pretty reliable piece for NAVI at taking this control, but he gets snuffed out straight away trying to play through their smoke here. Woxic's been entrusted with the AK.
No.
Full focus now, boys. Full focus.
Yeah, I do liquid.
We win this round, it's GG. Need flash?
They win this round, it's GG. Oh, that's more like it from Alexi. Last time we saw him on that mid leg, fell short in a key fight. This time, it's a crazy opener from the MAC-10. Mid-control taker, but that bomb on Wonderful's back is heading over towards A main alone. And it gets another kill on a player rotating over from B, but it's Major hot on the backstab that really could look to complicate matters here. It comes down to how fast Wonderful goes. Never mind, Xantares has ruined the entire round for NAVI. That quick double up
Through the smoke.
Yeah. And then Wycadia there to close right at the very end. Eternal Fire turn the heat up here.
And in the meanwhile, NAVI starting to throw some progression utility to draw attention towards A main. 40 seconds and they need to regroup. That bomb needs to be picked up, which will be by Bit, and it's going to be that B hit.
You can see how split the defense is with that lack of mid control and the smokes being thrown by NAVI. Look where Woxic is with the AWP. He's in CT spawn, right?
Oh, that's a lot of damage from him on the openers, and there's JL to capitalize on it. It's left down to the wire here for NAVI as that late rotate comes in. The bomb on the back of Bit. But gifted a golden opportunity there as the Dark players line up and hand NAVI the easy equalizer. But a lot of the legwork done across the round to, as you were kind of highlighted there, Yanka, really restrict Eternal Fire's defense. And your AWP is having to sit all the way in the back line and just hold an angle. You don't love it. Woxic didn't really get to choose whether or not he was involved in this round.
Yanko, what's your favorite karaoke song?
Total Eclipse of My Heart.
Okay, throw it in the set list. We can cue that one for later.
Yeah, maybe like the grand final or something.
Yeah, I think that's an appropriate.
Right,
AKA the finale.
Yeah. Won't be given an early fight here.
What you're seeing from the mid players as well for Eternal Fire is they're holding on to utility for a long time. They're realizing Navi's playing slow. That was that adaptation you saw them make a little earlier, and that nade baits them onto the swing. Woxic takes the first pick, and let's see if Eternal Fire can convert here with a man advantage.
And this double creep over towards Dark is coming through with wonderful holding all the way from the backline. Bit's going to walk up close, so they have the chance to double swing this.
Ooh.
Wonderful gets the spot. He doesn't want to get caught out there. He needs him to go a little bit wider so that Bit actually has the chance to fight for this. Eternal Fire even bring Woxic over on that AWP. Opening kill of the round came from it. Doesn't look destined to get any more here. There's a backstab out of Wycadia all the way through the A push. And so it's down to Imma to try and get them away through. Opens up on the first man. Now it's Alexi attempting to follow up here. Him and Wonderful, kills in tandem, have opened up a route to the plant.
Bringing it back. Eternal Fire yet to convert, even though they started with the man advantage and they realize exactly where both the CTs are coming from. Wonderful. Close to the B main smoke. Will reposition before it fades. Just so he's not out on an island. And now able to pivot off of each other's information. Wonderful trying to spot the cross out of Dark and swings to keep on fighting with his teammate, but things don't go right initially. 50 HP to play with. Time a factor, but Wycadia is going to have plenty of time to get that defuse off. 4-4. Do you guys have Nobby's nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's not just an Australian thing.
Well, in Europe, we say novice nuts.
Okay. That checks out, yeah.
Ooh, they try to fight Wonderful. And he would have loved his chance to strike with the AWP, but they get out. And now Na'Vi start to tiptoe over towards this Dark control. JL's going to look for the opener here. Molly goes in. That's going to stop anyone trying to trade. Meanwhile, Alexi springs the trap over in middle. That's a very forward play from Alexi B. Runs across. And now Xantares has got to watch 100 different angles. He's just one man. Let's see if he's up for the job. They've got him boxed in here. Deals with Alexi, sure, but just too many left to deal with past that point. And so Na'Vi are onto a winner.
That was beautiful patience from Alexi.
This time Woxic was towards A. That's where they wanted to get some information across. But then it's, I mean, so hard for Major towards B, right? To keep track of everything. And even the split comes in. And another pretty straightforward round for Na'Vi.
Ain't that the
Oh
truth?
well. G2 can hold their heads high knowing that they are the world's #1. Oh dear. This could get out of hand. This could get out of control. They've walked right into the nest of pistols. Alex gets out with another, and now suddenly bomb dropped over towards main. That one kill at camera at least gives them the safety to go and retrieve this bomb. JL with the plant. Imma holding on. Double AWPs for the retake here. As they scavenge that second one. The body are Wonderful. Calix moves in first, 1 HP. Even a nade, even this flash, if it hits him, oh, never mind, he walks right into the fire. So it's all good. He kind of wrapped himself up here. Xantares and Woxic. They're the two that have got to make the play back in for Eternal Fire, a round where they only come into it with those saved guns, and they get so close to upsetting Na'Vi, but it is locked in. If you were scared, you'd be hiding in that little corner over to the right. And you'd be saying, guys, they can push B. But that wouldn't be helpful. That wouldn't be useful. And that's not how this guy rolls. He's going to go retake that space now with a bit of support from, albeit, Xantares. Ooh, that could be something.
I like that. Heads up to expect that second man over towards Dark side. Wonderful. Able to find Xantares eventually. Down low, also has the helping hand from Alexi B to trade that one through. Wycadia on the flank, finds two and brings this one back in Eternal Fire's favor. Woxic. Oh, awkward moment for there. Imma backing away, realizing there's two CTs coming from that position, and now they need to find exactly where Calix is as well.
Ooh, went to check for it. And so that leaves it all on Bit. He at least has the info about this AWP that's coming in through main, but an awkward clutch nonetheless. Gonna have to swing out. Oh, play early, dealt with Woxic in the back line, but couldn't quite finish the job. And so Eternal Fire salvage a 5th round on the CT side of Anubis before all is said and done.
There we go. B split.
Yeah, Glyph smoke coming in. Should allow them to go for the plant. Well, actually, that's going all the way to CT.
It's actually, yeah, it was starting to like peek ahead of the util there, but you also don't want to lose him. You were very much set up to play retake over here towards B. So I like that he fell back a little bit, wait for everyone else to rotate over. You've got a smoke, 2 flashes. You're going to use that smoke for the bomb, smoke off one of the angles, smoke off dark. There's some options here for NAVI based on how these early fights go, but the flashes don't blind Calyx, and you really wish they did. 3 kills from the man. And now the rest of Eternal Fire look to get involved as Calyx chases down that last remaining player. It's just JL for Calyx left to... Oh, God! Don't lose this! JL out of ammo. And Eternal Fire grab the pistol round with Calyx offering up a big old hat trick. This is concerning. That extra money made allowed an M4 to be purchased up here. And so this has not gone swimmingly for Eternal Fire. Their attempt to get out mid thwarted. And now they're down to not only less manpower, but almost less firepower as well. 2 MAC-10s and a Galil left up in this one. 1 smoke, 1 flash.
I think that's a little bit unfair towards Calyx, Major, and Woxic, Harry, but if you say so. I think their firepower is still good despite Vicadia and Xantares being dead, but that's just me. Now in a 3v4, they're at the right place, but will they go at the right time?
Oh, Bids just moved back over that Molly. Gonna at least... now Molly's not gonna do anything, actually. They're just gonna walk right around it. Through the fires. The burn Eternal. 3v2. JL moves in, but only had that USP to work with. Didn't go for the AK, dropped over in middle. Him now looks to join. Bit went looking for the planter, but couldn't find him. 2v2 here. Bit's calling for that support, and Imma finally arrives. Chance on a Calyx as he's caught out in no man's land. Magic's got to do this alone. MAC-10 by his side, but Imma's on the AK. Gonna try play around this bomb. Backs out into main. Knows that a kit won't have been purchased up here. And Symmetra is very much calling their bluff, taking a very deep angle. He knows that Imma's got to come hunting, got to go looking for this kill. And there's just not enough time left for Imma to win this. Maggia plays the 1v2 to perfection. As safe as he possibly can to tie this game up.
Outplayed.
That's a dub. Okay, double mollies at mid. We're going to show some really early aggression. Eternal Fire going fast, but JL, a cracker onto Acadia.
It's like the craziest opening you could have looked for, right? Like, he's already gone. He's already out of mid. You never even had a chance to even realize what was happening there. And he's very, very quickly ended up back over towards this A site. Wonderful's Deagle now gets the strike. There's some team damage in there. This is a disaster. They collapse upon camera. The highlight reels in, and Calyx now left up all alone to try leave his mark on the round, but he can't do a thing.
Well, the Deagle's the difference maker, but Eternal Fire have some themselves. Some upgraded pistols, bit of util, and Xantara's on the hero Galil. Let's see if it's going to be enough. Bit won't drop the bag, going to be able to mop them up over towards a main. Molly's still in the way, and Mukadia are going to be chipped down to half HP, but Bit happy just to flash for himself and keep on looking for damage. Nade, should be able to do a good chunk damage. Woxic down to 52, and Eternal Fire getting outplayed on A right now.
I can't believe he was able to get out of there.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
It's one of the worst feelings, like when you have to go for a buy like this, and you have to because of the loss bonus, and sure you have a call, but you're like, this is gonna be hard. And then the first 2 guys died, like, this just got even harder. And now it's over.
Yeah.
You know, it's like on Inferno when it happens, and you don't have utility to fight for banana.
Yeah, like you don't actually have any resources to do anything.
Any call you can make.
You know, Mr. Cameron, not David, James Cameron.
Yep.
Not David James Cameron. I feel like I really overdid it there. Like, just making it clear.
What are you
It's
talking
James
about?
Cameron.
Just take your medicine today.
No. Been off it for a while.
The guy's all out.
Yeah, he ran out. Oh. Okay, right. There was a bit of a skirmish to open up this round. Bit of a skirmish. Eternal Fire come out looking slightly better off. Wonderful's hurting, but things might get worse based on this mid fight. JL has the shadow advantage there as Madge is coming around the corner.
Oh,
So now just going to be left with this A-pop. Wonderful up close. Would have loved one more before he goes down. Still even odds here and a double setup between Cameron, the side player. JL knowing to play up to the cameras, but Woxic gets rid of him. So now that leaves it on Alexi versus Woxic. Backstab in. And Woxic is none the wiser.
Alexi flashed.
He doesn't know that, though. He doesn't know where it came from.
He was blind.
Yeah, he doesn't know where it came from.
Oh, buddy. Oh my God, why did that feel so uncertain? Why?
It's not over till it's over.
I guess they don't want to concede the 12th round, but their bias was pretty poor from the get-go, and NAVI is not in reset territory, so...
Oh, but...
They knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, if the stars align for you. Arcadia given the double opener. Yeah, all right.
To the stars.
If the winds are born for you, then they'll take them. Kind of like a Rumpelstiltskin type vibe there.
Don't know what that is.
Well,
Sounds made up.
I mean, I guess it is. It's not a parable, more of a fairy tale.
Oh, like the Three Piggies?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's a fable.
Is that a fable?
Yeah.
Surely that's a...
It's like an educational story with animals.
Wouldn't that be like more of a stable? Get it? Like, because you might keep an animal in a stable.
Slow day, Harry, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. We're warming up. It's early days. Well, it's not. It's the last game, but you know, you can always get a couple of zingers in there right down the close, and that's what Eternal Fire are trying to do right now. They finally break through the NAVI ranks. One of the veteran players still looking really good, but also then you look at like who's in the team. It's like, come on, Centaurus. Let's get you up there too. Why are we talking about Madge so much? Give me some of them Zentares rounds. Give me a couple of Woxic flicks.
Oh, great counter utility. The timing of the flash, perfect there for Eternal Fire. Progression util for that E-box control. Need to crack the smoke and just draw attention away from the A site, which is where we're going to see Eternal Fire group up and hit Alexi in a solid position to potentially peek in from bridge, but the timing favors Eternal Fire. No one there, no one seen. And Alexi can go looking. Oh, drops in. Someone's close enough to hear that, but are they not turning around?
No one's reacting to it.
Oh,
I
Calix
feel
is
like they
looking.
should have heard that. Calix tries to take up the angle. They heard someone else throwing the util, so Alexi should be cognizant that there's a second man here, but it's that Woxic AWP holding the line. Woxic, this is all him this round. Let's go. That's what's been missing. Oh, yes. Woxic, come on, get the ace. Let's go. No, wonderful. Come back, come back, come back, come back. You won't. All right. Well, you know, 4 out of 5 ain't bad. I'll say that much. That's that's pretty sick from Woxic.
You'll take that for sure. NAVI keeping the AWP alive. Looking at the money, everyone going to have a full buy into the next, and then maybe even one after, depending on how the next round goes. But Eternal Fire trying to close that round gap as best they can. Get some momentum going for themselves after the force buy, after a round win with 3 alive. They can do it. I'm a believer.
Just what the doctor ordered for Woxic. If only Harry had his prescription filled before today. we would all be so much better off.
Sometimes I feel like in this matchup, he couldn't say the same thing because Eternal Fire, like some of them are so sharp if you give him that kind of opportunity.
Yeah, when it's Eternal Fire, those guys are really good. Sometimes comes Temporary Fire. And then not so good.
Yeah. Well, that's not the best start to this one.
No.
They tried to go tango with Bit over towards A main, and this time he's very involved, playing up close with the smoke drop in.
You see the problem also with not defaulting. Like, look at the nades on the B players. There's 2 smokes still. Ima just used one. There's one more on Alexi.
Yeah.
Wonderful is there as well with the op. And Incendiary too, so they'll be feeling good about this.
Oh, not feeling good about that.
Xantara's peak.
Yeah, Xantara's peak is in a full blind.
Major flash.
Arcadia now with the plant. Alexi just trying to spam, hoping that something connects here. A round that was looking good for Na'Vi, now left hanging in the balance. Thanks to the quick entry work. Arcadia and Xantares. 3-on-3 in the post plant.
The Voxic scope.
Play around. Voxic scoped in. Holds the line. But it's all Xantares right now. Voxic in with the close.
Wonderful, not biting off more than he can chew. Happy just to hold that line. Although we will keep on going forward. How's that timing? It is damn good for him. A big shot on the Arcadia. And with a man down, Eternal Fire have won a couple of rounds, but let's see if this is going to be another one in the bag.
This time, Em is there to try and lend a helping hand and play the trade game so that even if Wonderful falls short, they've got a way out. Those molly tags will be heard, and with only 20 seconds left, it kind of breaks down the illusion of where this round was hoping to end up. This time, Wonderful hits the mark. This time, he hits it thrice over. Alexi, smoke spam at the close, but my last round, it was from Desperation. This time, it's trying to rob even more from Eternal Fire as Na'Vi lock in map point here on the opener with a flawless round and a 3K from Wonderful.
Yeah, no dice from Eternal Fire. They just held onto their cards a little bit too long. Beautiful timing on that Incendiary to get the info, then big shots from Wonderful to lock in the round. Last tactical going to be used here from Eternal Fire. Need 2 more to take us to OT. Na'Vi 2 chances to close map 1 here and kick off the series with a dub. We'll see if they go for more of a mid-round approach back towards the B site here. But again, you can see Na'Vi turtled up with 3, putting heavy presence on that dark control.
NAVI has been playing, this setup for a lot of rounds. I mean, just the 3-2 really. Okay, they've been switching where the op goes. Wow, major fights. Great timing onto Ima.
That's so awkward as well. Alexi just handed him a smoke to go and re-smoke dark, and in that move, that extra second of changing the util over leads to him as death. This could get awkward now as this B defense comes down to 2. Alexi tries to make a move. Eternal Fire really putting the pressure on and blow that smoke open. Alexi's dead. Rotates coming in over from that A site, but they're going to arrive late here. And in the 3-on-5, I think you're already thinking about saving here if you're Na'Vi. You can't really justify giving this one a look in. You want to make sure everything's just peachy in this upcoming round.
Bomb's got a cross though, and there's no smoke for it. Does get thrown. Great toss. And that window of opportunity for Na'Vi to get back in gets closed, and now it should just be save time.
The wild inner workings of Brokey eventually.
I certainly hope not.
What are you
Seems
worried
terrifying.
Oh, Na'Vi
No hands.
getting a funny feeling about this A side of the map. Over in mid, flash to set up Xantares on the swing. JL plays close with some support
Oh, Alexi.
from Alexi, tucked back in a leash, but that molly forces the reposition. However, now they discount JL. He springs the trap. Xantares dead, bit tucked in, needs to withstand this hit. Can't find a thing as Arcadia runs him down. Alexi fully blind. These flashes helped Arcadia massively on this journey in, but JL is that bastion of hope for Na'Vi. 3 kills deep. Yema now moves in to lend a helping hand. Woxic tagged up. JL up in the heavens. Smoke fades. He's given open sight lines here, but Calix gets rid of him. And now tries to creep up to shut down these players up in heaven. Bomb drop, 20 seconds left. Someone's got to make a move to grab that, or you've got to go for the kills. No one's moving a muscle right now. Woxic dead. Calyx, they line up for him. They had to win it in the gunfight, and Calyx delivers. Overtime locked in between Eternal Fire and NAVI.
Let's go now, boys. Need this fucking round.
That's my captain.
Yeah, I like that.
Keep the spirits up. Keep rolling. Game isn't over.
Ooh. They got Wonderful going, and he's still here. Needs to hit another shot to maybe have a chance in the round. Xantares starting to tear apart NAVI. Oh, lovely little shot here. Des around the glizzy, but won't be able to get any more.
The Xantares pick is just too strong.
It's like watching a silver player with a wall hack. It's like, no, you can't shoot there. Oh, Xantares on for the ace. Go on, get it. We've had so many. No, God. JL stops him, but the round should still be safe for Eternal Fire.
No counter util used just yet. Alexi for the banger. Timing favors Xantares. Woxic's flashed that little bit better than Alexi's. No mid control though. Eternal Fire, man advantage. Looking to regroup and hit something. 40 seconds. No one's gone back for the bomb just yet. Looks like Calyx might do that. After feigning a main pressure, flash across the top, baits out an incendiary. And B site in the crosshairs.
If you want success on the Anubis Oasis, you need the Wonder Wall. Line held, first shot connects. Not enough to keep them out of the sight yet, but enough to slow their roll, certainly. Oh my God, that's a lot of nades. Immer is so dead. Barely even time to realize what was happening. It was already over. And even though there's been this kill from the AWP, hasn't brought NAVI back into the fold here, weighing up some awkward decisions. Bit run down over at Dark, and Alexi nearly caught sleeping at the wheel there. Flash wrecks him. He's now trapped in the site, fighting here with Wonderful dead. It's all eyes on Alexi. And Magia puts a stop to it. Eternal Fire, 2 in a row on the T side in overtime.
You can see how, compared to the regulation now, Eternal Fire is using mid a lot. This is where they make the adjustment.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh!
Grimming in.
Well, there's that AWP. Once more, it's good to tango. JL gets involved, and a quick turnaround from Bit. You walk into the triple stack here in the final round of your T side for Eternal Fire. And a bit of a sad way for it to go. Woxic left up in this clutch.
Well, you wanted him to ace before. He's got another shot.
True. Objectively true, I guess, but not going to get it. It's a flawless round to close there for NAVI. Satisfaction.
Bomb side.
Oh, that would have been better.
Flankers faction.
Oh, but a little push in the meantime out towards B. Still, NAVI teed up to win that one out. They had the trade game locked in. They needed him to get that opener, and he provided it. So that's going to trigger the B play to come through for this NAVI squad. Even though Wakedi is hot on their heels, he's going to be loud on the approach till he's not, and suddenly things get a little bit more interesting. Magia wanted some resistance from the guy, but they line up for this backstab. Wakedi complicates matters, and Woxic hits the flick. Missed shot from Wonderful, and now he's got to contest with a bomb plant and this 1v2. They swing him early. Relentless on the backstab. Arcadia finds the perfect timing, and so Eternal Fire from the back foot there, 2v4, they lock it in.
They got the first pick of OT as well. Wonderful hit that AWP shot. I thought they'd win that round, but then, yeah, Eternal Fire doing it very much the hard way. A couple of clutches needed, a couple of great individual efforts. Molly almost disrespected by Xantares, but he will get away from that AWP shot. Oof.
Okay, Alexi's been good at finding these timings, or at least he was in regulation. Gets out mid and even finds Calyx on that push in towards Temples. Now, if you're on B, you're suddenly having to look behind you. They try to pressure down over towards Dark, but Bit was there, ready and raring to go for the trade, so they keep this in their favor, do NAVI. And they even pick up Xantares over towards that B site. If they don't give anything over, this round is nice and safe. And so Bit is trying with all his might to not be that first domino to fall. Getting out with one should be enough, but it's Wycadia, the man who robbed that last round from NAVI, left up in the clutch. And with 10 grand in his pocket, screw it. Why not try it? Let's go. Insult to injury on this. Wycadia going to try get past this AWP. Oh, but he wants the AK.
Yeah, he wants the AK.
He wants the AK. He thought about it. He was really, really considering it. We all saw it. He was thinking about it. We all kind of wanted him to.
They're just giving it to him round after round.
Yeah.
At least now, Wycadia is playing close A main. Have 3 guys on B. Major shoulder peeking. Gonna drop the smoke.
Oh, that one's free.
Miscommunication. It's going to be awkward as hell, but Major going to be able to find 2 there. Nice little trades, but unfortunately can't find a third. Now it's Woxic in 1v3 to try and close here. Has to go for it.
Yeah, now he is going
another
for
round
it.
of OT.
Let's go, Woxic. Come on. Give us something worth screaming about. This is it. This is Woxic's round. We've been waiting for the big flicks to get switched online. They know where that AWP is now, but it's all a bit of deception from Woxic as he plans 3 steps ahead. Fires off from CT, wraps around to Temple. He's hoping that that's drawing their attention onto a bit of a red herring because Woxic is making his play out through that Temple doorway right now, looking for the first incision. Won't get the spot for free. It's going to be his player in the site offered up first. Now, Wonderful shifts off the line, gives Woxic a little bit of room. That's them trying to play around this bomb. Woxic very, very quickly has to suss out where both these players are, and there just isn't time for him here. So that 1v3 was attempted, but does not come through. NAVI get us into another overtime.
Job's not done yet.
I don't think we'll see that secondary op from Xantares. Ime doesn't have a gun.
What's happening?
Will someone tell him that?
Oh, God.
Wonderful.
I mean, that nade, yeah. That sealed his fate. JL played in behind him, though, so there's at least a trade and serious ground taken. Alexi owns mid, and NAVI own B. And that's the round.
That seems to be the round. Ima spent most of it running back to buy an AK, which he didn't end up needing, but will carry across to the next round. Plants the bomb, still has... probably will get the MVP for the round, according to Counter-Strike, because he planted the bomb.
I think, unfortunately, this is where Eternal Fire takes a timeout. Because, you know, the round before this one and this one, pretty one-sided. Xantares has the op both times. You know, I'm just going to tell him, listen, just go back to the rifle. You know, you've been owning them, you've been shooting real well.
That's the part I don't like. I would get it. If Xantares had like 8 kills and is really struggling, it's like, yeah, fine, do whatever to get switched online. But I didn't feel like he'd been...
See, they're putting some pressure dark, but most of the players are outside A. Here comes the re-aggress from Eternal Fire on both sides.
Okay, smokes there. Woxic going to be able to pick one off. He saw another one coming through and is going to fully regress. No, decides to play around Cake, but Wonderful locks in that line. Man advantage is going to be thrown away. Wycadia, unfortunately, will be falling as well, and that's the A site taken. Still with Ima on the lurk here. Might be able to cut him off at mid, but there is a slow flank from Major, which could bring this back to a 3v3 and make it a little more achievable. But Xantares peaks. Major able to go for the trade, and they're going to have a think about this one. AK retrieved, 3v2. No utility for Eternal Fire, and if they can't get a pick shortly, then that's probably just going to be that. Magic coming out gets domed by Wonderful, and 17-15 will be the current scoreline.
But you're having to do more with less in this round, and you've struggled in the others. Xantares up close, hoping he goes unchecked, and he does. Gets away with a free double opener. Couldn't do that with the AWP now, could he?
Yes, indeed, Harry. This would be huge for Eternal Fire. Their T-side has been pretty good. Ooh, the timing.
Rotate's starting to happen away from this B side, but these players in mid have heard that, and so now they tell Bit to be the first man to make a move. They tell him to start playing.
Oh, wonderful
Rotates
crosses.
all the way back through middle. Magic hears this, and he hears the bomb going towards B, so Eternal Fire start to move back in, but that's when Bit strikes with all that room he took. Xantares, 1 freebie on Alexi over in middle, but that bomb crossing out through main. Wonderful! Goes ahead and gets past the Woxic Orb. 2v4, but Bit continues to take names. Wonderful, lands the next shot. 2v5, or 2v4 rather, for NAVI.
Backing up into a crosshair. Calyx gets this one. Eternal Fire. 2v1 and Bit here. Playing around the Glizzy. But can he gobble it? Oh, not this time.
Ooh, weird way for that one to go. Oh, he's nicknamed the answer. Damn. All right.
You kind of could have seen that one coming.
Yeah. Of course, famously,
I thought that was pretty straightforward.
1996 to 2011, those were the years for the answer.
Ooh.
That's when Blade was an active player as well.
Where's Alexi? Is he in the cutout at water? Oh no, he's there.
Double setup over here in mid. Xantares plays ahead with the flashbang. Madja tees him up, and they even get past JL. They lose Madja in the backline, sure, but Xantares, golden opportunity. Bitch just kind of tries whatever there to make a play, flashing himself through the smoke at main.
Well, he's getting split, so he just decides to go for the full send. Tried to make something happen. He was hoping there was just going to be one guy there potentially, and then he could make the split awkward for Eternal Fire, but didn't happen.
Himmer actually battles forward, a decision he will live to regret, as it forces him into a fight with Xantares, one that he just wasn't ready to take. Alexi, suddenly the only hope of defending this B site. It started so well for NAVI, but Eternal Fire with all the answers. Xantares, another multi-kill opening to get the ball rolling.
2 openings in the previous round. The important kill in Dark in this round.
As a fact, he couldn't shoot back even, even if you negate the fact he's up against Xantares, the guy who has the whole peak named after him and he's really quick. Oh, and now, this would almost be poetic, wouldn't it? Because NAVI, in the T side, all first half long, were running these slower rounds and then would finally come through with the uppercut B rush. This time, Eternal Fire hoping to roll the game away with a play like this, taking a page from NAVI's book. They run out into the B site, and they're left unmatched. Just one from Immer, but the advantage lies with Eternal Fire to walk this one over the line. Bit does a lot of damage. 2v2. The retake is to slow for a moment. JL plays out through the smoke in Temple. Madja back at main, but there's full util for NAVI. 2 smokes, 2 Molotovs, flashes. They can get all that in now. Make life really uncomfortable for Madja. Second molly out. That's going to force the swing. Forces him wide, and they didn't tell him where they planted. It's not there. He's spamming default. But the plant was for Dark.
And we go again.
Yeah, this is what we got. JL playing that Xantares position also gets away with a double kill. Oh, and now Alexi even throws himself into it. 2 on 3, Calyx and Madja. They repel that first man from Dark, but NAVI wanted him out of there. They wanted to tee themselves up for the retake here.
What?
Wonderful, no scope, but he burns alive. Madja in the clutch is the one to lock that in.
Give me that replay.
A roller coaster of a round.
Give me that
As we're
replay.
all strapped into the Eternal Fire helter-skelter that finds 19 on this T side.
Eternal Fire still have plenty to use, but it's just going to be mid-control they're looking for. They seem to realize by contacting back towards the water that NAVI have left the vicinity. Nades going both ways. Ooh, missed opportunity. Wonderful. Going to be stuck here on the cutout, though. Oh. Gets back to safety. Bomb over towards the A side of the map as all this is going down. Alexi takes Wakadia out of the equation. Imagine now just looking to draw attention away by making a bit of noise. Eternal Fire still figuring out where they want to go, and the only real option now is A.
Oh, flash in, bit teed up perfectly. JL with the assist. Hell of a lob on that flashbang. And it tees bit up for a nice, easy close. It's a likely Eternal Fire do want to do something with this. Knowing that they've pushed this mid setup back to be a little bit more passive. JL floating around the camera. Alexi making his way over. They will have Alexi here in time. And with JL, oh, that's a lovely set of openers. JL one step further. And he is exploded onto our screens here. Oh, up for the ace. JL one short. But a hell of a run nonetheless. 20 rounds locked in for NAVI as they take 2 in a row to close out the CT half of this one.
Let's see if anything changes. NAVI with the lead, need 2 more to close it. 22, the magic number. More of an aggressive approach from NAVI. Going straight through the canal, already looking for dark control. Imma right on up there. Molly towards Glyph to force him out, and JL going to be able to find and continue this tirade. Xantares! Okay, going to be cooking with gas. Able to enter with 2 and hold on to the B site. Also has the helping hand from Calix, who's found one in the meanwhile. Molly forces him into the open, and NAVI, it looked so good until it didn't.
I mean, that's been the case of a lot of these NAVI rounds. Alexi now attempting something here on the fade, but I like.
You got to try something.
I like that we saw it from Xantares' POV. Wonderful. Ooh.
Not so wonderful.
Hang on, have some faith. Let's just see if he can get anything here. Okay. Well, that was a good time to. Oh, he's dead. That's fine. That's fine. You can't win every round. Sometimes it takes over 40 of them to figure out who the real winner is. Well, no, he's only been there twice. Ever.
In his life.
I'll take your word for it. You do speak for me.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
A flash.
Okay, man down. Eternal Fire have managed to scrounge their way back into rounds many a time in these 4v5s, which is kind of crazy. And that's going to be a nice answer back in.
2 nades or spam and 1 nade? But Calix finds the equalizer. Xantares finds the information. Can Vacadia and Calix hold a bomb site? Timing from Xantares is sick. They just need to delay. Just buy time for him.
Oh, it's a nice little bait setup as well. You can have Vacadia facing, and the Molly won't go to the right position, although there's another one coming which could completely ruin the CT setup. Major not going to be able to get there in time. The Molly burns Calix. He's not even able to activate, and things go so bloody wrong. Xantares. 2 of these Ts are so smushed up, so soft. 1 bullet and they're gone. Imma, the funny number of health. And Wonderful can still have huge impact, but it looks like Xantares is happy just to keep the AK into the next round. And that's what you're going to see. Calix just waiting for the HE there. Might be able to crack open the smoke and catch a timing, but by the time he throws it, they're already through this Molotov, and Vacadia has fallen in the meantime. Able to take 1 away with the Molly, but Woxic unable to find any damage. Things get awkward again. Eternal Fire, they're going to be rotating in from CT. Calix has been heard. Hence the Molly to that position from Beach, and Wonderful picking off the flank. Now it's all from the front that they have to worry about.
Xantares dead over in middle, and it's just left to Calix. He opened up this entire affair by getting that 1v2 that forced them into overtime, but expecting a 1v4. Half the time ticked off this bomb already. This might be the end for Eternal Fire on their map pick. Calix low on health as NAVI look to have weathered the storm on this to lock in Anubis and set themselves up 1 map away from a quarterfinal appearance for NAVI. They're going to have to see if they can win out their pick of Mirage.
I don't know. I've commentated on pretty much every Eternal Fire game this year, I would say, and I've commentated a few on Mirage. Zantares, he's quite hit or miss, but when he's on, it's unreal. It's like kind of like config style on the CT side, running up middle, going for those frags. If he's hitting the shots, though, it's scary.
Did you say config style?
Yeah. You don't like that?
So he's terrible.
No, config's good on Mirage, famously. That was kind of his thing, you know that.
Like the same year when Rez was good?
Sure, it was the first example I found when I reached into the darkness. But here we go. We're off to the races. The bomb's being planted. And we got a 5-on-4. Mac, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's go.
I'm chilling.
Said to stay away from the mushrooms.
We'll see how the fungi goes. We'll see if there's fungus in the midst for NAVI, because things are looking pretty good. So no fungus here. An Eternal Fire 3v5 is okay. Something's happening, but the time is ticking away. Madja a little bit too far away, running to the wrong bomb site, in fact. And Woxic will escape the vicinity. That's going to be the first round of the bag for NAVI.
The Last of Us TV show was so well put together. Like,
I haven't seen it.
No?
No, I didn't play the games either, so that's why I didn't run to it. Like, do you play the games?
Yeah, I played the game first.
Okay, and it's considered like one of the best games of all time as well, right?
I mean, it's really cool.
I heard it's good.
The Prince of the Palace, maybe?
This is where Alexis B's trademark
fakes.
Yes.
Are we finishing each other's sentences now?
Sort of came to be.
Well, I'm interested to see if they can get this one over the line cleanly. Zantares, here he comes. You don't want to see him when he's angry. Madja will have the USP at the back of the B sites, and might not be long for this world, I'm afraid. USP only. No Kevlar, no grenades. Got a Zeus, though. Oh, my God. Oh, it could actually work. They're going to assume this position's clear. No one's going to check it. There is a world. He actually wins this.
Oh, my God. What are you doing?
He's kind of choking a little bit.
Get the Zeus out.
Oh my God.
This is incredible.
This is going to go terribly wrong.
Oh.
Could have had a lot out of that. Obviously, a challenging position with the USP. You'd hope for 2, though, with all that space.
Zeus has jumping accuracy now, right?
That's all I got for you, Mac.
I enjoy the extra movement speed that it got given. Those couple of changes.
At least in CS2 as well, it does give you an insta-kill whenever it connects. It's not like, oh, 95 damage for no reason.
Yeah.
I wish I could be more like you, Mac. Enjoy the simple things in life.
Dude, he loves the game. Every aspect of it. He's deep in there.
Don't you wish you were still there, Henry?
Dude, I used to be. A little bit more jaded these days. As the M4s tumble down, it's not going well here for Eternal Fire.
Casted one too many Eternal Fire games lately, have
honestly,
you?
I wasn't exaggerating. I think I've done every series that there's on LAN at least this year. Like, it's been unreal.
We could tag team Harry.
No exaggeration, of course.
A little bit exaggerated.
I think I'm literally done.
To be fair, have you guys outlined the gravitas of this situation? There's so much on the line. We've got a seeding situation after this, right? So one goes into quarterfinals, one goes to the second round of the playoffs.
I was thinking about that, though. What's the difference in the prize money from quarters to
$7,500?
Yeah, I think that's true. Mac, you might want to just double check those numbers, but
if you're really that interested, trust but verify.
Currently schooling Eternal Fire on the T side, 5-0. Yes, you heard correctly. 0 rounds for Eternal Fire, but they have got a nice buy this time. Woxic on that dangerous AWP. Needs to get activated, though. Currently set on 1 kill and 3 deaths. Macardia challenging towards short. Not really much damage to report. Takes the law himself with the HE, and we are slowly but surely resetting the round. Mid-control granted to the NAVI. Oh, that's not the peak you wanted to see. Are you two both looking at the prices still?
I'm looking at the game, but you just been covering it so well.
Like, how long am I going to cast for?
The bit, the King of Palace.
There we go.
Steps out
Prince
again.
of Palace, alliteration, we need it.
Takes more territory for himself. They got connector as well. Bomb is going back T-spawn.
Here we go.
Woxic misses another shot.
And it's save time. Sorry, Jamie time.
Save time. It's also so clear the confidence of NAVI on this map. You can see it in the calling as well.
Sure.
I mean, the first gun round, it's basically just throw the mid smokes, 2 guys going underground, and then walking out Palace and ramp at the same time.
Okay, Yanko, a delivery of crayons and paper has been brought in.
All right.
Let me see what you got.
Jason came from upstairs to bring that as well.
You wanted to be part of it. And he's actually delivered a pretty good gag there. And we've got some creativity. Oh, hold on. Speaking of which, is Majo looking to ninja this? Boys, he is known to be a little bit cheeky, but it will be Alexi B, his rival. Not going to be falling for those old trips. No, I agree. No, none of that, please, sir. Which is fair enough, I suppose.
It's not. You should care about every game you play.
Okay, maybe I misquoted.
It's another game.
That was a sentiment I gathered
It's
from his
another
comment.
game. No, I believe you. That's what he said. And every game is another chance for you to prove that you're the best team in the world. To exert more dominance over your opponent.
Well, that's exactly what they're doing.
To humiliate people on the server, Henry.
For the thousands in the stadium and the millions watching at home, welcome to ESL Pro League, and Woksig with the MP9, mowing them down. This could be their first on the board here. It's getting sloppy, it's getting scary through the smoke. Wonderful retreats and somehow comes out on top. 2-on-2. Advantage Navi, of course. There's only a Deagle on the MP9 in the hands of Eternal Fire here. Bomb yet to be planted. Wicardia makes his presence known, trying to take aggro from Majo. It's a big flank and the timing. Oh,
that is crazy. Unfortunate.
Wicardia did what he could to avert their gaze. But for now, it's the Desert Eagle. He's known to be pretty good with it. That's a lovely first shot. Can he find a second? Close but no cigar this time, I'm afraid. We go 7-0.
Looked so good until it didn't. Great timing from Wonderful to re-clear A main. Then Mirage is something else. And as you mentioned, the confidence was tipping over the brim. And that's not going to change here. Lexi.
If Mirage is such a simple map, how come Navi's owning whoever they play?
These are the questions.
How come they're so much better than everyone else on it?
Well, it's important to remember that anything can and will happen, Yanko. It's going great so far. Can't deny that.
But it's not over yet.
It's certainly not over yet. There's always room for a few more twists and turns as they might fumble the 5-on-4 situation. It's going to be Calix, though, keeping it to an even keel. We've got a 3-on-3, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful. Sits poised, but not for long. Xantaras will remove him from the equation. Oh, Alexi B gets a taste of lead as well, and it looks like we have got a round. Oh, Im's in a nice spot. Hold on, hold the phone.
Hold that statement.
The Window Whisperer does it again.
That's a good one. That's real nice.
Imagine you're going to be able to work up a flank on a flank on a flank. Calix could reverse clear here. Seems to be aware that market is dirty.
Yeah, this is now awkward for him, man.
Yeah.
Things they must have pushed the
Alexi's
apps.
heard something.
Damn, yeah. Got a little lost in the sauce. That is the round. Well, there's nothing he can do, although they have given up possession of the bomb. That's fine, considering the time is so low. It's likely he finishes up towards B here. Calix will be first point of contact as you want to swing in and try and deny the plant. Not his best work. Could have waited that. Could have. The money's no problem. You don't need to deny that plant, but it's all good. And Xantaras will be winning the round. They're first.
Can you give me smoke? Give him smoke. We will win this round. Actually, perfect call.
Okay, window smoke misses. Is it intentional? Who knows? Maja going to be able to find one, and the info that bomb has been seen falling in apps. Now it's up to Wicardia and how much he can do here. Repositioning over towards Van makes things really awkward. Big damage on a bit, but there's going to be no trade just yet. Xantara's out the window.
Here he comes.
Starting to fire up.
Wonderful, lovely shot with the AWP. However, 15 seconds. No attempt on the bomb just yet, but looking to change things up. Nice Molotov to allow them to focus on the window only. Both CTs needing to get out. It starts with Woksig on the AWP and Calix to potentially close things out here. Lost Woksig, and now this retake becomes all that much more difficult. It's going to be Wonderful closing things out in a clinical manner, boys.
He's feeling it.
That is the bit of a reset Yanko didn't want to see.
He needs to recharge his batteries.
The social battery, yeah. He's had a good day, but
not
can't
really.
keep him on. Can't keep him on the mic the entire day. Kind of is the Pro League go to this point, admittedly.
Has that GOAT syndrome.
He does. He's had it for years.
Xantaras has that GOAT syndrome for a while as well. How's this timing? Alexi going wide. Wonderful waiting. And that smoke as well. Won't be able to trade. Won't have the vision and plays a dangerous game, which he'll lose. Although, I don't think Wicadia has spotted JL going out towards the B site. He is now known with Woxic falling. Wicadia opts for the AWP instead, going for Bogdan's Law. And Zentara is opting to go up towards Apps. Spacing from Eternal Fire is terrible. There's going to be no trade game at all. But depending on where this bomb goes and what happens here in Market.
Alex gets this.
Okay, Eternal Fire could be cooking.
But it's bit.
Known for his clutching. Now in the 1v2.
He's dead, he's dead.
Ooh.
Good try, good awareness. Good decision to get off the bomb. Didn't quite nail the shots. Calix has a good round. Got to fall back. Oh, here we go. JL up to the window. Up to the plate. An old Mirage classic here. The standoff. Waiting for the smoke to dissipate. Who will come out on top in the fade? Mac, who have you got? Who's winning this one?
JL has his gun out.
Okay, well, didn't fancy it.
No one wins that one.
The people win.
Ooh, Imma. Able to crack open that A site. Great trade from Alexi. You do have Wicadia making his way all the way to CT. Awkward approach from Madja. Going butt first, like the Wombats. Except not super effective approach here in Counter-Strike 2. 1v3 though. Wicadia needs to cross a dangerous line. AWP on it. Ooh! Last couple of bits of damage from Alexi as well through triple. And it's just a matter of moments. Big shot from Wonderful, and 10-2 is going to be pure dominance from Navi as we head into party time. I mean halftime.
Presumably, just to get this over with.
Well, it's a nice A execution to open things up. We don't have a lot of A control here. CT's all scramble back here, and the utility being deployed down to Bits. First point of contact here. His team has been segregated from the bomb site here. From the back, he's going to have to step up, and he gets nothing. Woxic destroys him with the Glock. Imma trying to get some damage to the smoke, but that's an open bomb plant. This is looking good, but Alexi B doesn't convert upon the advantage, and now they're getting flashed off in towards Spawn. When's that bomb getting planted? So there it is. Eternal Fire should have this one in the bag.
Okay, managing to get that pick on the con makes things a little easier for them. Wicadia waking the hell up. The Navi man down, but there is going to be that smoke on Wonderful, so let's see if he's going to be able to get it down in time. He will. It's out, but a 10-second defuse is on the horizon. It's over the top. Alexi B going to be able to find the close man, and Wicadia up 32 points of health is now going to use that smoke against Alexi, who's struggling to tap it. Going over the top, looking for info. There ain't 10 seconds left.
No time, good try.
And Eternal Fire have it in the bag.
Good try, good try.
It was a game of cat and mouse if I've ever seen one.
Good try. Didn't quite work out in the end. Eternal Fire getting to their feet. That's an important pistol to win for obvious reasons. Don't need the force by this one, Yanko.
Yeah, because the second round as well, you don't have everything you want. Right. I mean, after you eco here,
yeah, true.
The third, you don't have everything you want. So do you really want that to be your first gun round? So I would be fine with buying like a pistol and a nade, and then seeing if you can make something happen, and then just make sure that in the first gun round you have an AWP on Wonderful, you have everything you need.
Oh, boosted in the window.
Yeah, I was going to say, could have been a chance with the Deagle lying in wait towards B. There's one from Imma. Through the smoke, straight to the dome of Woxic. But that's probably all she wrote. At this stage, just a question of whether they can get some weapons on the exits.
We were talking about this yesterday, Henry. I think it's like underestimated a little bit, you know, how little time there is in MR12, or, you know, how few rounds there are, like key rounds and everything.
Yeah.
Because it was so dominant from Navi in the first half, right? But let's say, you know, EF, they win this round, obviously 10-4. Win the first gun round, 10-5, anti-equal 10-6. Then they lose 11-6. But if they get the reset then again,
that's why
all of a sudden it's like 11-9. And that's why we see overtimes fairly often.
That's why I think like teams like VP, for example, as well, they've dropped off that playstyle of saving and trying to build up into the half. Like, it doesn't seem to work as effectively or nearly as effectively in MR12. And I think that's a main reason why they're struggling, have to reinvent themselves right now.
Not me, Henry.
Got to keep them watching.
Keep it a $150.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Fasting towards A. Zantara is looking to crack open some heads here. Got a bit of space. His teammates closing the gap on the bomb side. Here comes a flank as well. Madja makes a bit of a meal of it. Doesn't get what he was looking for. And that's just going to be Calyx. This one falls apart quite quickly. First gun round easily goes in favor of NAVI.
That was a rough one to catch.
As our financial expert, MacMate, pointed out, it's not looking good with the monies. And trust him, he knows the maths.
He's crunched the numbers, researched the data, and we're going back in towards this A site.
I brought my abacus.
A little bit of space granted towards Tetris, but there it is, a couple of kills. Make it 3 for Eternal Fire.
Okay.
NAVI crumble. They can't hold on. There's still a fighting chance for Alexi B.
Ooh, and all 3 alone
Nade
now.
could
That
connect.
nade.
Not quite, that's a sandwich. Gets another go at it. That's more like it.
Alexi B stands for Alexi Baller. And that one was from downtown. Zentaras and Wakadia. Haven't locked this one in just yet. And Alexi's got another HE, by the way.
That's him, the grenade whisperer.
Ooh, doesn't blow that one. And will blow heads.
Oh, not like this.
He's winning
Oh,
it.
the nade.
Oh, with the nade. Do it.
Oh, he's done it!
Hey,
Off
Kobe!
the backboard.
That's insane.
Subscribe to ESL CS right now.
I know we've had a great time today.
And then we didn't have fun for a while
We didn't have
because
fun for
you banned it.
Oh yeah, everyone missed it. Everyone realized that this is the core of the show. Fun has to be had at Pro League. But unfortunately, that fun is closing down here. We've got the bomb over towards the apartments. A bit of a fake here towards A. Calyx will try and limp in with the Galil. Can he find anything? Can he open things up? Yes, he can. A dig towards CT spawn.
Ooh.
Double kill from Calyx.
Ooh!
And they might be down, but they're not out. They'll still continue with the pressure towards the B bomb site here. Lexi B, the last line of defense, gets nothing done. Wakadia guarantees the round at this point. JL fighting back from shore, but he's surrounded as well. Good effort on a swivel. We'll find Major. Still no chance, no way. As Wonderful is locked out of the round. We keep going at series points here. NAVI will hold on to the rifle, or the AWP, I should say, but the money is pretty weak.
Where does the "it's not over until the fat lady sings" come from?
Say again? I missed it. What was
It's
the
not-
question?
It's not over until the fat lady sings.
Oh, where does that come from?
Yeah.
The opera, I think.
Nice, Henry.
Yeah.
You're just an
That's what I thought.
encyclopedia of knowledge.
You know me. I'm all about the etymology of idioms and catchphrases. What about close but no cigar? Do you know that one?
Oh, I was here when you said it.
No,
I
Yanko
forgot.
wasn't, so I thought I'd impress him with this knowledge.
I think we went through this last season as well. What's it from?
So you know, like fairgrounds or carnivals, you like win a game, you can win a stuffed animal these days. Back in the day, you'd used to win a cigar. So when you miss the shot with a dart, you go, oh, unlucky, close but no cigar this time.
Text document, also known as like newspapers, I think.
Also known as newspapers.
Yeah, you boomers would know.
Yes, indeed. That we would. And another chance to close things out. They've gone for the force buy. They don't want to mess around on no pistols here. They saved the wonderful AWP and going to go for broke. Lexi B, that's not bad. Looking for the double kill now on the Desert Eagle. JL, he contributes nicely. And the in-game leader, I think he's done enough here. Calyx, what have you got for us? If anything, looking for the triple. Wonderful, beat into the punch. Ladies and gentlemen, NAVI are going to the quarterfinals.
Hell yeah, and gonna get $7.5 or $8.5 more thousand of dollars. Then, of course, Eternal Fire. But Eternal Fire, of course, still are going to be in the playoffs. NAVI have one less game to play and have one more day off, as far as I'm aware.